Galera, mais uma partidinha aqui do campeonato Primal Down. Falei Primal Down 1v1 da América do Norte. A gente tem Guichabu versus MagD na lower bracket, tá? O que acontece é que se eles perderem aqui, é eliminação total do campeonato, tá bom, gente? Sem segunda chance, porque essa é a segunda chance que eles estão tendo, tá ligado? Enfim, não se esqueça que eu criei um canal novo pra postar vídeo de gameplay de vários jogos. Tem Brawlhalla também, tá? Mas tem Roblox, tem Donkey Kong, tem Cyberpunk, tem vários jogos diferentes lá, tá? O link vai estar no comentário fixado. E também me segue nas redes sociais, tô criando conteúdo de react pra lá, tá? É nóis. Link tá tudo no comentário fixado, dá uma olhadinha.
Yeah. I mean, plenty of damage already built up by MagD, which is honestly unusual to say, but yeah, as I told you, the Petra pick, I kinda like it. I mean, the orb, you kinda gotta be a bit aggressive with it. So yeah, I mean, look at these punishes, very nice. Lots of damage already built up on Guichabu, and it seems like Guichabu doesn't have a response so far. Trying to get some hits, but Silent Recovery is gonna do it. That's already his first stock in this game 1. Swapping back to the Gauntlets, MagD looking fresh. Honestly,
I agree. He's choosing the right times to engage. Right now, the guitars are kind of hard to get around because although they were nerfed in the damage center, they were not nerfed as far as their speed goes. So they're still a very, very threatening weapon. So I understand him trying to work around those. Right now, kind of dancing around each other. And a very unfortunate drop on Guichabu's part. It got him punished right there. And now MagD's looking to take over a stock lead right now. Let's see, tries to go for a nair. He's just looking for any sort of open up that could lead to a major string off stage. And that's the one he wants right there. Yes, GC sidelight into the recovery. MagD's looking like a
Ele já tá numa liderança muito boa, velho. Bicho vai ter que suar.
MagD on the Petra is literally like Moonir on the Petra. Honestly, it gives me Moonir vibes. And I mean, listen, I love Moonir. I don't know if you know. I love Moonir, so.
Esse GP foi muito broxante, velho.
Like high praise coming in from me. But yeah,
ele correndo pra ir embora do jogo.
I don't know, he's just throwing moves around, and it's kind of confirming, you know, that theory where Guichabu's downloading for like the first 1 or 2 matches and then going absolutely ham on the reads, like on the Qatars. You've seen it happen, Trip, so many times now. Like, it might be Caster's curse though. Gets the down sig, finally shutting down that first stock away from MagD. Guichabu back on the Qatars, you know, the lightsabers. We love to see it. I mean, some Qatar's representation, you know, there's not much in this tournament.
There's not much in general when it comes to tournaments, surprisingly, because I actually consider it to be on the top or the higher echelon of weapons right now, even with the nerf. So I'm surprised that more players don't pick it up. And this is actually my call to action for you to pick it up as well if you're looking for a weapon to get into. Guitars are definitely one of them. Though right now, Guichabu is starting to make it look like you're not wanting to be on that. Okay, but I got a good read there. Guichabu started to come online with these guitars a little bit. MagD,
wait a minute.
Got a lot of
aí, GG. Jogou muito. Jogou muito. Bora lá, Guichabu trazendo uma Queenai, a nova skin, inclusive, da Queenai, né? Não sei quando você tá vendo esse vídeo, mas é o Battle Pass atual, né? O passe de batalha atual. Na Black, vamos ver, né, mano, o que ele vai aprontar com essa Queenai.
So I actually kind of agree with this swap for the most part. It gives you a little bit more range, of course, with those big
Caraca, trocar de uma Asuri pra uma Queenai, ele vai sentir muito o peso da Queenai, velho. Queenai é bem lenta. Tem que jogar muito... Tem que jogar muito bem pra conseguir driblar status de speed baixo dela. Nossa, esse downlight. Que isso?
You gotta be a bit more mindful of what you do and like what you're trying to hit, especially with the SIGs. They have a lot of recovery.
Pra um cara que sempre jogou de Linfei, né, de Sakura, não esperavam esse pique dele. Ih, rapaz.
As I said,
olha, ele não deu dare lá. Nossa, eu jurava que ele fosse dar um dare. Dá um sig, vai. Ó, a sig tá bonitona. Nossa senhora, que KO broxante, velho. Eu sempre acho que levar um KO pra um GP de lança é muito broxante.
Honestly, it's surprising how much we don't see of that either in 1v1s rather. It is a very popular weapon in 2v2s, one of the best for sure. But yeah, in ones, you just don't see too much spear, surprisingly. At least in North America, you don't see too much of it. But I don't know, maybe Glitchboo is trying to make
Okay.
this happen, but MegD got his answer of his own with these side lights there to close this out. What's he gonna stick to? Okay, so he's sticking to those gauntlets. Now, if Glitchboo, he picks up that spear, it's gonna be a bit of a battle, but
True.
I eat my own words there because he actually throws it out. I don't know whether he's
Yanks
like,
it out.
confident with these guitars, but I feel like it might have been a little bit
Yeah.
better to stick to that spear. I don't know.
Caraca, Wake Up.
Honestly, yeah, I mean,
Atrás de Wake Up.
I don't think the matchup matters or like the weapon matchup. Reachable is just confident on the guitars, so yeah, I'm gonna like agree with that. Especially when the download happens. If the download happens, it's gonna be very scary for MegD. As soon as he keeps getting those reads on the dodges, that's when Glitchable is the scariest. When he gets those absolutely nutty just strings, not skills. I mean, he got the skills, but yeah.
That is true. He does have the skills. Ooh, okay, nice pickup there with the inlight into the recovery. And now things are just about even.
Netrosig.
MegD, he has been kind of having some
Sim, não é que ele fez mesmo?
Very nice insig, but yeah, these D-lights on the guitars have been so very nice at picking up these strings. Okay, good pickup is there as well with the D-light into the insig. Okay, and once again, opting for those guitars, like you said, he just wants to stay on them. He's got the download, or is trying to get it at least. More and more, it seems like it's been working. Very nice weapon there to cancel out that ground pound.
sick.
There was barely any time to react to that, so if he had not thrown up that weapon, it would have been lights out for Glitchboo.
Oh, what a dodge! Coming in from MegD. Wow, I did not expect him to dodge that actually. That N-Sig, it hits so fast, but I guess MegD's reaction is just faster somehow. Now on the orb, gets the sidelights there and equalizes the stocks. Probably opting for orb, unless gauntlets, something. Yeah, and there's the gauntlets. Maybe going for a string. I mean, King Nai has a lot of defense. Maybe a Gimp even though MegD is not really the Gimpish kind of player.
Yeah, that is true. It does require a lot of sacrifice and risk in order to get those. And yeah, that N-Sig, the amount of force, just to give you a picture,
It's
that
scary.
probably would have KO'd. Not even probably, that would have KO'd. No
Well,
doubt
no,
about it.
100%, dude.
And that's why you have to be so
Even if it
careful.
hit like with the last hitbox of it lasts
Caraca.
so long too, and I mean there's the recovery.
Não esperava
coming in on the
essa
spear.
Queen Eye, viu?
Glitchboo equalizing the set right here. I mean, he got a
So we're gonna get over to this.
Beleza, sem mudança de pique, sem mudança de mapa. Let's go.
And I mean, MegD over the years, he has been, you know, notorious for his neutral gameplay style, right? So, I mean, it's a nice change of pace, and I mean, sometimes, especially when you come across these monsters like Markimu and Balloon Boy, just movement fiends, or even Glitchboo to a certain extent, you gotta, like, step it up when it comes to movement and overall attack rate. Because if you don't, you will just get absolutely pummeled, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you get a download.
Now, right there, Glitchboo could have gone for something bigger. He caught an air dodge, but instead opted to try and get this read with the GC side stick. I gotta respect it. I mean, it was very risky and didn't pay off, but still, if it had hit, it would have been so much extra credit. Okay, now Glitchboo playing around this weapon. He's looking to go up and away. Once again, they're kind of spacing each other out. They've got both close range weapons, so if they're not in the close proximity to each other, it's not gonna be anything. Oh, the barely hits with that.
Yikes!
Oh man, you know he was going for that ground pound, but it was just too close.
Yeah,
to
GC
get
down
it.
like ground pound. Yeah, I mean, I think that was just a weird misinput coming from MegD. He like got a bit of movement, like, movement inwards, and didn't get that ground pound, and that's gonna cost him probably. Sidelights there, never mind. We'll end that stock anyway. Now back on the orb. Finally. Whoa, never mind. Throws it away, gets it back on, tries to get the end light. Okay, Glitchboo back on the spear, gets a recovery.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
almost gets it.
The
Look at the
D-Sig
sick. He
hit.
looks so sick,
Hello?
by the way.
Glitchboo returning to his gold roots, throwing out 3 signatures in a row, 4 signatures
Yeah,
in a row.
but can I just say?
Let's go for 5. Yes, 5. We're seeing it.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
goodness.
6? 6! Okay, let's keep counting.
Can we get the double digits?
Okay.
No, he ripped
7!
the ground pound.
Well,
Does
yeah,
that
the ground
really
pound.
count? No, it does not.
Nah,
But
it
what
doesn't
will
really
count
count.
is that recovery, sending MegD into the top of the map. And now he's opted for the guitar. So it seems like when he's on the spear, he just wants to go for these haymaker options, those signatures, the ground pounds, recoveries. But other than that, he just wants to be on the guitars and building up that damage with the strings. And that seems like a pretty reasonable game plan to me.
Silent Nair tries to get some damage. MegD. Okay, finally gets caught with those guitars. And I mean, again, As soon as you get
No.
those reads, it's so scary. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be Sandstorm, you could be LDZ. It does not matter. You will get hit by like a 10 hit string. Yeah, that was a throwback, huh?
I know, right? Shout out to LDZ and then any of the old heads in
He
here
is the
that
goat.
know who that is. I bet 80% of the audience is like, LD who? But
Who?
it's okay.
Yeah.
All you gotta know is he's actually from like Meg D's time, you know, very old player. But anyways, we're talking about this match right now, which is actually relatively even. They are both taking their time, making sure to place their options correctly. Uchibu now in the offstage situation, able to get back on, and of course rips his signature.
down
Like I
sig.
said,
No,
when he's on
caraca.
the spear, that's all he wants. He just wants the signatures and to get back to those guitars.
Honestly, it feels like a an animation showcase of those signatures. You know, it feels like one of those Brawlhalla highlight reels when they reveal a skin.
Do we need like a
oh, yeah, look
hashtag
how cool
ad?
this
Like,
sig
is this
looks.
sponsored?
Yeah,
by
hashtag ad. Yeah,
Brawlhalla
this
Pass?
might be sponsored. You know, I mean, it is sponsored by Brawlhalla. This is powered by Brawlhalla, so you're not technically wrong.
Nossa, esse
Yeah,
recovery
You're gonna use this
mandou
skin,
até
you gotta
o
show off all
o
the
espaço,
Right.
velho, de tão forte que
I see
foi.
you getting
At
the
least
bread,
once.
Uchibu, in more than one way.
No, at
He's
least
trying to
5
get the
times
bread in the
actually. Never
tournament,
mind. At least 5 times, yeah. Because we've seen a lot of SIGs coming up from Guichibu not hitting, which is, yeah, bad. Because yeah, Megdi, as we keep saying, a lot like very neutral based. Like sure, he is a bit more aggressive these days, but yeah, his neutral gameplay is crazy. So if you get a whiff, man, it's gonna be a world of pain. I mean, so far,
he
Uchibu-
sniffs out like dodges and opportunities like that, like a bloodhound. You know, he knows exactly when to come in on it. So, I mean, it is dangerous to whip any sort of
Caraca!
move, but
Nossa
oh
senhora
my
do kill!
goodness, disgusting
And
with
it
that
hits.
instinct,
Mano,
taking
And
off
muito
it hits.
forte.
And Guichibu is
Muito
taking
forte.
2-1.
right?
Let us
Yeah,
go, let us go, let
gets
us go.
the Ensig and wins the match.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much it matters, man. Queen Nai hits so hard with those SIGs. Like, it doesn't matter if you whip 7 of those SIGs, you get the 8th one, you might win the match. And it looks like Witcherbo did. Now 2-1 against Megdi on Small Fortress of Lions. Game 4 now. Are we gonna see a game 5?
I don't know, honestly. It
I mean-
feels like Uchibu has been taking this away, although Megdi's been keeping it rather close, so I don't know. It could go either person's way. But when Uchibu is on these guitars, I gotta say, is definitely in the favor of Uchibu. He's been getting some of the
Right.
reads, a lot of the damage. Even if it gets just a few reads, the amount of damage that Queen Knight can do, even with just guitars, the lower damage that it has
Oh.
now, it's detrimental.
Yeah, detrimental, absolutely. I mean, look at this. Okay, it seems like Witcherbo did get a few downloads, especially when it comes to these jump reads, as you saw. Those recoveries, I mean, they hit hard on Queen Nai, so you probably should stop jumping this much, Megdi. Okay, ground pound. That was a weird whiff on that ground pound, by the way.
I'm surprised it didn't
Okay.
get punished, but wow, the very edge of that, peeking over the corner, and he tries to do the same thing with his Ensig, but unfortunately it's not going to work out, and Megdi getting that
Nossa,
down air
voltou.
that every single orb player loves. Like, that is what they dream of. Every night orb players
Caraca.
thinking about that down air, colliding against the edge, but able to
Essa Queen
send
Knight
the
deve
orb
ter
down
trabalho,
in order to
bicho.
get that perfect edge guard. It's just, I
Right.
don't know. They do it too much.
And
Uchibu
also-
going in for the risky option. He knows his time is limited on this stock, so he wants to try and get something quickly. But Megdi, once again, kind of reverting to his neutral state, throwing out these down airs, approaching slowly but surely, and there's the side air to close out the stock.
Right. And I want to add to this, speaking of, you know, Witcherbo just spamming the SIGs, because literally that's what he did. He had 10% signature accuracy with 21 SIGs being thrown out,
Oh my goodness.
which is kinda bad. And I mean, he still won that match, so I mean, does it even matter anymore? I guess not, especially if you play Queen Nai. You got just so much damage, even if you whiff the SIGs.
I think the moral of the story is, if you're a gold 6 spammer, you have a chance to, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
to become a
Uchibu,
pro,
He's
exactly.
trying to represent all the 6 spammers out there. He's like, you guys
Exactly.
matter too.
Shoutouts to the 6 spammers. You know, I mean, you're literally like what, 80% of the player base. So I mean,
much.
you're a good chunk of why we can run these tournaments. So hey, shoutouts
Right.
to you. Sighlights here coming in from Megdi, swapping back to the orb again. Okay, perhaps trying to get this stock away. Gets a recovery. Nice jump read. Witcherbo on his last stock. No
And
weapon
Megdi,
either.
He's staying over to the orb. As you can see, he's starting to realize if he wants to take this away, maybe the orb is the one to do it. But now over to the gauntlets and keeping Guichibu up in the air, getting a nice in-light, and he just he
Opa.
always gets this extension. He always goes for the in-light and he gets the D-light afterwards, which
Meu
makes it
Deus.
into a true combo. Very nice GC sidelines recovery.
Ele
there.
ter ficado
Once
sem
again,
arma,
catching
velho,
the landing
custou
and the recovery.
custou a partida inteira.
Man.
Custou a partida inteira.
Just turned what
Bizarro.
looked like a
Oh,
grip,
Queen Knight!
the anti-grip
Let's go!
for Q. It's like, why do you even do that?
Let's go,
Anyway,
Queen
it's a
Knight
very
default.
niche
Agora
topic
o bicho vai
because
pegar,
only a few
mano.
people are looking at that, but anyways, not
Right.
important. We're getting to game number 5 here over the Demon Island.
This is
So we've got a
important, yeah.
map swap. We no longer have that platform with the Small Forces Alliance. And
Mas ele continua, ele não larga dessa Qatar, velho. Não dá arma esse da skin do Star Wars.
Demon Island. And I mean, honestly, a very
Mas ele tá com uma diferente, essa daí parece maior.
because
E essa daí segura na frente, não é igual a da Asuka.
very early with Queen Knight with the signatures, especially with the neutral sig on Qatars. So maybe that's the choice. I mean, again, Megdi here with the swerve trip, trying to get some hits. Shout out to Swerve, by the way.
Indeed.
Amazing content.
Do nada.
Indeed,
Um,
But
Now,
man.
honestly,
starting
kind of
to-
running away. Yeah.
I mean, I was
Some-
hoping that he was going to continue that momentum of being more aggressive, but yeah, both of them right now. It's not just Meg D. Both of them are falling into some intense neutral
Yeah,
right now.
honestly. Yeah, it's not just him. Let's not put it on him. I mean, Guichibu as well, okay, tries to get a few hits, but like, yeah, he backdashes. Like, they're respecting each other, see? They're respecting each other like space. I get that. Oh, the GCN sig, that's a huge punish with the GC Silent recovery coming in from Meg D. Now, even Steven on the damage on their 3
Oi.
stars. This might be a 7-minute match.
Oh my goodness, are we going to see it go to overtime? Sudden death. We got to see some of that happen. Have we seen
Yeah.
a sudden death in like an actual tournament game?
In an actual tournament?
I don't know. Like
No, there must be one, right?
there
Must
has
be
to. I
one.
mean, like
Maybe.
there's had to be someone who took it to 8 minutes in tournament. There's just I don't know. Anyways, Guichibu ripping a random D-Sig there. I don't know what his plan was on it, but okay, able to get the
Oh.
read and the recovery, taking out that stock almost 2 minutes in. Yeah, this is gonna be a long one.
We love to see it, yeah, and I mean a long and strong one for sure. The set, okay, the match. Calm down. All right. Now on the Qatars, never mind. Just throwing away the Qatars. That's very odd coming in from Guichibu, and it instantly gets punished for it. Like Megdi was like, no, you know, you're gonna throw the Qatars. Okay, I'm just gonna punish you because I'm not scared of you anymore. You know.
Yeah.
What
Even
is-
even Grogu
what am
right
I-
there was confused. He shut himself off. He's like,
Yeah.
what in the world is my player doing? Like, why would he
What
throw
is
away his
going
weapon?
on?
Might have been a misinput or something, but still, right now, falling back into more than neutral. Guichibu taking to the skies a lot. Really been taking his time to fall back
They're
down.
both
Now that he
taking to
doesn't
the
have a
skies.
yeah, he doesn't have a platform
know
to fall
what's
back down on. Okay, nice read right there. Tries
Okay.
to extend it, but not able to. 19, now he's got a bit
Oh
more
my
damage built
God.
up on him than Guichibu does, and that is going to cause him to go
Yep.
back into his neutral state. Okay, but he's going to get an open up.
Okay. Oh. Very good dodge though coming in from Megdi. Tries to get the near conversion, Guichibu, but did not manage to. Now again, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike footsies here. I mean, yeah, if you're a fighting game fan, like this is normal, but during platformer fighters, this could be like the most boring thing ever to watch, and I don't blame you. Like, this is not boring if you like, you know, you're well versed into the game and you're like, okay, he cannot approach in that way, so he needs to like go up or high or low. And I mean, I get it. I mean, I understand, but it can be, yeah, it can be a bit much. Gets the GC downlight recovery though. Megdi gets the advantage. We'll see if that's gonna last though.
I don't see it lasting for too much longer. Guichibu can rip one signature. Any one of them would be able to KO from like the middle of the stage. So he's gonna have to be very careful. And Megdi, that is exactly what he's gonna be. And Guichibu, of course, ripping out these signatures. That's what he wants. If there's
Caraca.
grounded, and that is going to take off the top. This
Mano,
is
em-
completely
não sei
even.
quem vai
One
ganhar,
round to
velho.
one, game 5.
Tá, essa partida tá muito
I mean,
intensa.
I want to sound hype, but at the same time, I
Não-
feel like it's gonna be about another
não
2
sei se
minutes of
intensa,
gameplay.
No,
mas-
no, I can hype it up. Watch.
É que tá
Watch.
difícil de
Alright.
saber quem vai
Oh my
levar,
goodness.
velho.
Okay, some crazy neutral going on. Okay, gets a silent, tries to get the recovery, did not get it though. Okay, Guichibu trying to get something, hopefully downlight, did not connect though. Okay, just
Meu
staying
Deus.
in the air, and Megdi seems like he doesn't want to approach as well, but it's fine. Finally gets a silent. Though not enough. Okay, Glitchable finally gets some hits as well. Nice nair. See, that's how you do it, Chet.
I appreciate your effort, and I will turn in suit. So right now, of course, Guichibu, like I said,
Okay,
is
go
staying in
crazy.
the air. He's just like taking some balloons into the air, trying to float as long as possible. But a double end light from Egg D is going to push Guichibu farther into the orange. Got a spot dodge there. Could have been read out, but not this time.
Oh.
You see, Guichibu gets a nice GC end light, but isn't able to get any follow-up after it. Okay, gets a nair into the
Não,
roll,
meu Deus do
gets a
céu.
double. This is getting closer and closer here to the knockout. Once again, a
Perigoso,
spot
perigoso,
dodge
perigoso,
is the
perigoso,
second
perigoso,
one as well
perigoso.
after a
Ah, meu Deus do
side
céu.
plate. Will there be a third
Oh.
one? I think if there is, that's going to be the end. Oh my goodness, the
Ele perdeu a
burn
arma.
particles of that signature
Crazy
barely not
spacing.
connecting. Oh, this is so close. This is so close.
Yeah, this is so
Mano.
close. Oh, did you see down light? I mean,
Mentira.
down light into
O
Ensig.
quê?
Double Ensig, not enough to KO. One with the triple Ensig. Oh my god.
Não acredito.
Triple down Sig on Queen now.
Não acredito. Mano. Até o próximo vídeo. Não esquece de ver redes sociais e novo canal no comentário fixado. Um abraço e um beijo.